Hi everybody, my name is Raxx, and today we're going to be playing Railway Empire. This game just got released today. I've already seen a couple Let's Plays of it, and I'm really excited to give this a shot. So I have been into the campaign mode just to take a look at Chapter 1, just kind of familiarize myself with the controls, but this is going to be my first time playing through. So let's go on and get into this here. So Great Plains 1863, we're going to be going to the construction sites of the Union Pacific Railroad, and we're going to be establishing the transcontinental line. This is going to have apparently Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains, and we're going to have a little bit of tutorial mode. So in here we don't have any option to start anywhere else other than in Omaha. And pause mode here, I think we're going to keep this on normal. This is going to pause it whenever we go into building mode or bulldozer mode versus the one where the game never pauses or where we get a penalty for pausing. And let's just go ahead with that.
Time is money.
According to this, we don't actually get a chance to unlock any other characters, but that's okay here. We have the industrialist. His name is Raxx Smythe. And we're just gonna go with Union Pacific Railroad. I like that name. It's a good name. I don't even.
Meticulous planning.
Can't change it anyways.
Tables, figures, and hard facts.
If a successful competitor builds a train station in a city, he quickly sites a factory there. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Already, I'm loving the absolute look of this game. It's got some really good visuals. That's very quiet for me. I can't really hear, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip that. Let's get straight into the tutorial.
My name is Thomas Clark Durand. Exactly, the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer. I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington. First, you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls.
I think we
Move
got
the
that.
camera in all directions.
Did it?
Now test the camera's zoom function. You can also rotate the camera. Give it a try. Very good. Now you know the basic controls. Your first task is to create a rail connection between Omaha and Norfolk to the northwest.
Omaha? Just lost that.
Both cities will need a station for this. You already have a station in Omaha, but you still need to build one in Norfolk. To do this, switch to building construction mode.
Oh, there it is. Thought I lost it for a minute. Oh, building construction. So I'll choose a small train station. I don't want to waste too much money. I only have limited capital. So let's go ahead and put this into Norfolk. Now we're trying to get this to connect up here to Omaha, so we want to make sure that the track is aligned kind of nice. I don't know. I think kind of like that. That's going to give us the ability to go back into the east and to connect down to where we need it.
Now the two stations need to be connected with tracks. To do this, switch to track construction mode. Now plan the tracks between the stations in Norfolk and Omaha. To do this, select the two station tracks one after the other. Then pay for your track planning.
So this is the part that I loved about the track planning here. The waypoints are actually, the pathfinding is actually pretty good. So you just click on it and it finds a pretty decent one. You are able to adjust it slightly at possibly the cost for incline, but you can also save yourself a few $1,000s. And early game, I think saving as much money as possible is good. Oh darn. I apparently didn't read. Oh, okay. How do we remove a track point? I see, right. Am I not doing this right? Oh, shift. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go ahead and drag this down just a little bit. Let's try to get that back down to about the $52,000 mark. We're going to pay and build.
Now create your first train, so that you can set up a rail line between your stations. Initially, your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
So it looks like we can buy a locomotive first or set up a rail line. Doesn't really seem to make a difference.
Additionally, each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at. Now join your two stations to the rail line by selecting them one after the other. That's enough for your first rail line.
There we go.
Now confirm it so it becomes active.
Confirmed.
Very good. Now you can see the journey your train will take. If there is something to transport, the train will automatically take it.
Oh, look at that. It's taking meat. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Choo-choo!
However, as each locomotive needs water, sand, and lubricant on its journey, you have to place a supply tower along the route.
I'm guessing we need to place it somewhere around here?
Very good. Your train is now traveling between Omaha and Norfolk. But you can do even more. Each city needs goods from the surrounding area. For example, every city needs corn.
Every city needs corn.
Look, there is a corn farm near Omaha. Until now, the corn has made it to the city in the conventional way, but we want to change that. Now construct a rural train station in the marked location with a corn farm within its radius.
This is going to be another small one. Alright, so we need to connect this up here to Omaha, so let's just go ahead and rotate the track around. Oh, we can't be inside. Okay. How's that look? Yeah, that's
now
pretty.
Connect the new rural train station to the station in Omaha.
It's got an interesting accent. Rural. Oh, let's add a track. Go from here all the way up to there. Let's see if we can make this a little bit cheaper. 31,000. There you go. Nice. 30,000 bucks. There we go.
And now things are getting tricky as we have to deal with a logistical problem. As Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn, there will soon be 2 trains traveling on the stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in a conflict.
So what are we
Since
to do?
trains cannot travel through each other, you'll need a sidetrack between Omaha and Norfolk. This consists of 1 parallel track and 2 signals. First, create a sidetrack. It needs to be at least long enough for a fully loaded train.
How do we set this to go straight? I'd really like it to be straight. Yeah. These are annoying. Track construction. Is there not a way for us to... Oh. I don't know how I did that. I'm going to try this again. So I'm going to click right here. What is that? Oh, figured it out. That was a bit difficult. What? No. Oh. There we go.
Excellent. However, your trains won't necessarily use the sidetrack, as they generally always take the shortest route. For this reason, you'll also have to specify the direction of travel on each parallel track.
Okay, so we need to build, I
Now
guess.
open building construction mode and set up a signal in the highlighted area pointing in the direction of the switch. Trains will then be able to stop here when the single track is in use.
Yes, that's the way we want to go. And then we're going to go all the way over here and say Yes. And then I think we do it like this. I'm very new to train construction, so forgive me if I'm
Now
getting
make
this
sure that the
terribly
track
wrong.
can only be traveled in one direction.
Yeah.
For this purpose, set the signal so that trains coming from the opposite direction cannot pass.
I think I did that. Did I?
Excellent. Now do the same
Huh?
on the parallel track so that each parallel track has a different direction. Place a second signal in the highlighted area and block the track to trains coming from the opposite direction. Very good. I'm sure that wasn't at all easy.
No.
You will soon come to realize that signals are an important aid in guaranteeing smooth rail operations.
Okay.
You will find more information and tips under Hints and Tips.
There we go. Oh, look at that. I got it. Okay. So
Now assemble a new train and give it a locomotive and a rail line.
another
Your
train.
new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk so that the people of Norfolk can be supplied with corn.
No. Oh, this UI has a little bit of interesting selections. We're going to click, click, click. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and save
Excellent.
that.
The corn farm will automatically make use of your train because the cities along your rail line are demanding corn.
Nice.
Conventional transportation is much more costly for the farm.
Don't I know that?
We're still missing something. Locomotives wear out over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably. For this purpose, there needs to be at least one maintenance building on each rail line where locomotives can be serviced if necessary.
And where do we get
Construct
those?
such a maintenance building at your station in Omaha now. To do this, select the station itself and expand the station with this building.
Expand. 60,000. Okay. I think that did it. Oh. But that tooltip is wrong. It says it wants me to construct a maintenance building, and instead it tells me to expand it. So I guess we're going to go ahead and do both.
Right. We've been lollygagging for long enough. I need to return to Washington for further miserable negotiations with our representatives of the people. I've written a task list for you. Take a look at it and complete the tasks within the given time period. Do not disappoint me.
Task list. Oh, this is going to be fun. So, by 1864, I don't know if that's the beginning or the end, we need to connect Omaha and North Plate, and also Omaha and Cheyenne. Let's go ahead and see how we can make that work. So, first, where is North Plate? Connection bonus 350,000. And Cheyenne? Cheyenne. All the way over here. Okay, so we can come down here from Norfolk over to North Plate. Yeah, that would be okay. I'm going to go ahead and try that. We're going to connect the first one. Just a small train station to begin with. We can always upgrade these later, so there's no real harm with that. Just want to get my alignment up here. Looks like that's pretty good bet. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and build track between our new stations. These tooltip pops up, so a little bit annoying. Okay, how's that? Oh, well, that's nothing at all. We'll make that a little bit more nothing. $96,000. No. There. Gonna go ahead and buy
Good.
that.
That's finished. You're making progress.
Good, that's gonna help us a little bit. That extra 350 is gonna help us get the next couple tasks. Go ahead and update that. I'm gonna buy a new train and set up a new line. Let's, for the time being, let's just go between these two cities and confirm. Good. Now, there's also some other resources out here. There's some corn, dairy. Used to be some cattle. Good. I did set it up right. Oh, that's so nice. So we're probably gonna have to build more of those sidings. So let's go ahead and set at least one of those up right now. Oh, so you just drag it out just a little bit. And then give a little bit of extra room for a nice train. And there we go. Go ahead and confirm that. Looks like he's out. Oh, no, I was in building mode, that's why. Oh yeah, that's a really long route. So I wonder what the distance is of the supply towers. Either way, I'll go ahead and toss a couple of these things down. Stick one here, one here, one here, and then another one all the way out here. And we're probably going to want to upgrade our train station out here to have a maintenance building as well. Just because honestly it's going to be out there for a while. Alright, our train keeps going. So let's let that money build up for a little bit and take a look at our other tasks that we have. So we're going to need to get some cattle and meat delivery at some point, which means that we're going to need to set aside a separate train line to deliver just those goods. And then we also need to have 150,000. So far we're only about a third of the way there, so we still got a ways to go, but that's okay. I wouldn't mind. So there's vegetables over there. Where do we find demands? Demands. I don't know where to find demands. Meat for export, leather for export, passengers and mail. We can set aside, I believe, some cars in the managed trains. Yeah. I knew how to navigate between them. Oh, we can hire train personnel. Oh, there's nobody available to hire. Okay. There's a ride-along feature. Oh my goodness. And you can whistle! Oh, looks like we're getting a little bit of supplies. That's good. Sorry about that. Oh, you get a show list of trains. Neat. We can clone a train too? That's pretty good. Oh, okay. So. Doesn't have a lot of interesting information. Research. Oh, okay. Research, let's see. We're gonna need a lot of points. I don't think that we're doing... No, this doesn't seem to be a research-oriented building or game right now. It's okay. Random breakdown. I guess those get fixed automatically, so we're not gonna have to worry too bad about that. Now, do you think that the train that's coming in here is going to have an issue if there's multiple trains coming in? I think so, but we're gonna have to look at that later. The demand for imported good beer has been reduced as maximum stock level. Okay. The better a city is supplied with goods by rail, the faster it grows. Select a city dialog and learn more about its requirements. If they're over 60%, okay, so I'm going to select the city. Where do we see requirements? Requirements. No? I'm not sure I entirely see. Oh, it needs to turn grain into beer because we have breweries. Yes. So, let's go find a way to get some grain. Ah, look at that. So there's a nice little train station location up here. So we're going to go ahead and build a little train station. And let's just angle that just a little bit. There we go. Let's try that. Get some tracks in there. Now, do we want to bring it in directly? I think so. We're only going to have one train coming out here, so. There. $68,000. I think that's pretty unreasonable. Now let's go ahead and put a train between there. Larger the station, shorter the motor. Let's add a new locomotive and a new train line. We're going to go between Norfolk and Division Estate. Now hopefully that's going to start. Oh, okay. I bet you I can expand this station here. And we're going to add a little bit more track. Actually, can we complete track? We can. Bulldoze mode, obviously. Oh, that's right. There is a option for a building if we just put a signal right there. Then when we deconstruct, wait, did that not work? Huh. Building construction. I guess it has to be a supply tower? There's going to be a couple along this route anyway. Oh, we're gonna run out of money. Okay, let's get a little bit of cash first. There we go. So we can just... Oh wait, we can... Oh, that's considerably better. So we're gonna do that. So the first track is gonna go between those two sections. Okay. Never mind. Let's demolish that little bit too. Okay. Track construction. Can we do that? Yes. And then can we do that? There. Okay. Now that should send our little grain truck over there. Our grain train. Ah! I like that, it's a rhyme. Okay. There's at least a couple of these little supply stations along the way. We're not going to bother putting any sort of maintenance building over there because I think this one has a maintenance building, but it costs us $8,000, so we're going to have to deal with that one later. Let's just watch this, make sure he goes over there and gets filled up on some grain. How much, can we see how much grain there is to export? Oh yeah, so look at that. It's so much. So we're going to be able to take a bunch of this. Can we increase the game speed? Oh, we can. Okay, that's going to make the waiting a little bit easier. Oh, look at that. It's being loaded up. And that did in fact cut down on what we had in queue. Now let's see if this does what we want it to do in Norfolk. And let's see if it allows us to produce more beer. I'm gonna say, oh, there it is. There we go. And we're getting our grain and processing it into beer. Oh, because we really want to know if there's a way to see city information. Geez, there it is. Okay, 5.9. So yes, we're gonna need to figure out a way to get this. And this is their demand list. So we have some demand of 1.3 grain per week. Okay. And we have some number of imports. So we're starting to import the grain now. We need to also import corn, lumber, meat, and beer. Beer we produce in town, so we're going to need to worry now about wood and meat. Let's see if we can get that up a little bit. Unrest in New York. Populace does not want to go to war. 1863. Don't need tips and tricks. We need this one. Connect Omaha and Cheyenne. We're going to need a lot more money for that, so I'm going to focus on, in the meantime, we're going to bring in a few more of these littler stations. Now, I wonder... Oh, can't. Okay, so we're going to have to bring just a small train station anyway. Let's just go ahead and do something like that. Or did we want to loop that back around? Now, I know that lots of people are going to be needing... But let's take a look at the other cities and see what their demands are. City information. So they have way more beer than they know what to do with. It's fine. They don't really need much meat, or they're going to need some lumber. Okay. And how about you? I gotta see. Okay, so oh, wait a second. They have an excess of meat, which means that we can set up a train between North Plate and Omaha. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves a new train, just a little one for now, and we're going to set up a new train line between Omaha and North Plate. Can I not do that? But, oh, manage train. No. What if I have just an extra? Why can't I go there? Why can't I go to North Plate? Oh, I know why. Because we come in on this track, but we can't get over to the other track, so I need to set up this side connection. To allow the trains the option. There we go, that makes a lot more sense. I think I have an extra locomotive that I don't need right now. I'm going to go from Omaha to North Plate. Boom, confirm that. Look at all that meat that they're taking over there. Now, I should be able to add a new line. I don't have a locomotive. Oh, I don't know if I actually bought that. I need to get up near Cheyenne. That's going to be a big bonus. How much is it going to cost for me to drive all the way over there? 200,000. That's even avoiding the iron industry? Iron industry. Nobody needs iron right now. It's cotton or corn and some wood over there. Yeah, so we're going to need to get a little bit more money. We're going to maybe go to about 300. And then we'll try to connect North Plate over to Cheyenne. That'll give us an extra bonus, and then we can focus on picking off some of the other little tidbits around. Let's also take a look at our tasks. So we got about 80,000, I guess. Bringing in Cheyenne's going to bring us up a little bit over. And now we're starting to do the meat to Cheyenne and cattle. Cattle is the other one we need. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a cut in here, and I hope you guys join me again next time where we continue on this scenario. Thanks for watching.